Now, let's make the bone. Because white yarn overexposes under the light, the stitches are hard to see clearly. Next, I will demonstrate using light gray yarn. For easy identification, we will still refer to the yarn as white. The bone is made by starting with a magic ring. Let's begin. Take out the white yarn. First, create the magic ring. Crochet a chain stitch to secure the magic ring. In round 1, crochet for single crochet into the magic ring. The first single crochet. Use the stitch marker and mark the first stitch. The second. The third one. The fourth. For single crochet are done. From the side, you will see for V shapes. Pull the yarn tail to tighten the magic ring. Ensure there is no gap in the middle. Crochet 1 slip stitch. Round 1 is completed. 1 chain stitch to start the second round. Crochet for increased stitches. The first increase. Remove the stitch marker. Mark the first stitch and make 1 more single crochet in the same stitch. The second increase. The third increase. The fourth increase. For increased stitches are completed. Please count carefully, there should be 8 stitches in total. Crochet a slip stitch. Make the front side face us. The second round is completed. Make 1 chain stitch for the third round. Then crochet 8 single crochet with no increases or decreases. The first one. Remove the stitch marker and mark the first stitch. The second. The third one. The fourth. The fifth. The sixth. The seventh one. The eighth one. 8 single crochet are completed. Please count carefully, there should be 8 stitches in total. Crochet a slip stitch. Round 3 is completed. We need to repeat the stitches of rounds 1 to 3 to crochet the second piece of fabric. Leave a 3-inch yarn tail for the first piece and break the yarn. There is no need to break the yarn for the second piece. Now leave a 3-inch yarn tail for this piece and break the yarn. Pull the yarn tail out. Cut the extra yarn tail in the middle. The first piece is finished. Please make the second piece using the same method. The second piece is finished. Take out the first piece and crochet round 4. Insert the crochet hook through the first stitch of the first piece. Crochet a slip stitch. Make 1 chain stitch. Then crochet 8 single crochet. The first one. Remove the stitch marker and mark the first stitch. The second. The third one. The fourth. The fifth. The sixth. The seventh one. The eighth one. Next, crochet 8 single crochet on the second piece. For the first one, we need to insert the crochet hook through the stitch marked by the stitch marker. Place the yarn tail of the first piece onto the crochet hook. Remove the stitch marker. The second single crochet. Place the yarn tail on the crochet hook. The third one, we also need to place the yarn tail onto the crochet hook. Next, no need to hide the yarn tail. The fourth one. The fifth one. The sixth one. The seventh one. The eighth one. There are a total of 16 stitches here. Crochet 1 slip stitch. Round 4 is completed. In round 5, crochet 1 chain stitch first. Then, crochet a single crochet and 1 decrease stitch as 1 crochet sequence. Repeat this sequence 4 times. 4 sequences will make a total of 12 stitches. The first sequence starts with 2 single crochet. 1 single crochet. 2 single crochet. 3 single crochet. 4 single crochet. 5 single crochet. 6 single crochet. 7 single crochet. 8 single crochet. 9 single crochet. 10 single crochet. 11 single crochet. 12 single crochet. 13 single crochet. 14 single crochet. 15 single crochet. 16 single crochet. 17 single crochet. 18 single crochet. 19 single crochet. 20 single crochet. 21 single crochet. 22 single crochet. 23 single crochet. 24 single crochet. 25 single crochet. 26 single crochet. 27 single crochet. 28 single crochet. 29 single crochet. 30 single crochet. 31 single crochet. 32 single crochet. 33 single crochet. 34 single crochet. 35 single crochet. 36 single crochet. 37 single crochet. 38 single crochet. 39 single crochet. 40 single crochet. 41 single crochet. 42 single crochet. 43 Remove the stitch marker and mark the first stitch. The second single crochet. 1 decrease stitch. The first sequence is completed. From the side, you can see 3 V-shapes. For the second sequence, crochet a single crochet first, the first one. The second one. One decrease stitch. The second sequence is completed. Here, we crocheted sequences as a demonstration. For the remaining 2 sequences, please crochet them yourself using the same method. For sequences are completed. There are a total of 12 stitches. Crochet a slip stitch. The 5th round is completed. 1 chain stitch for round 6. Then crochet to single crochet and 1 decrease stitch as 1 crochet sequence. Repeat this sequence 3 times. 3 sequences will make a total of 9 stitches. The first sequence starts with 2 single crochet. The first one. Remove the stitch marker and mark the first stitch. The second. One decrease stitch. The first sequence is completed. From the side, you can see 3 V-shapes. Here, we crochet 1 sequence as a demonstration. Please crochet the remaining 2 sequences using the same method. 3 sequences are completed. There should be 9 stitches in total. Crochet 1 slip stitch. The 6th round is completed. Remove the crochet hook. Take out a small amount of cotton. We need to stuff the cotton inside the fabric. The opening here is relatively small. You can use the crochet hook handle to assist. This side is now filled with cotton. Let's fill the other side. The fabric is now fully stuffed. Let's continue crocheting. Insert the crochet hook back into the loop. The crochet methods from round 7 to round 12 are the same. You need to crochet a total of 6 rounds of single crochet without increases or decreases. Let's begin round 7. Make 1 chain stitch first. Then crochet 9 single crochet without increases or decreases. The first one. Remove the stitch marker and mark the first stitch. The second. The third one. The fourth. The fifth. The sixth one. The seventh one. The eighth one. The ninth one. Nine single crochet with no increases or decreases are done. Please count carefully to make sure there are 9 stitches in total. Crochet 1 slip stitch. Round 7 is completed. For rounds 8 to 12, please follow the same method to crochet them on your own. Please remember to stuff the fabric with cotton during crocheting. Round 12 is completed. Please count the rounds. Confirm the rounds count is correct. In round 13, crochet 1 chain stitch first. Then crochet to single crochet and 1 increase stitch as 1 crochet sequence. Repeat this sequence 3 times. 3 sequences will make a total of 12 stitches. In the first sequence, crochet to single crochet first, the first single crochet. Remove the stitch marker and mark the first stitch. The second single crochet. 1 increase stitch. The first sequence is completed. From the side, you can see for V shapes. Here, we crochet 1 sequence as a demonstration. Please crochet the remaining 2 sequences yourself using the thread. 3 sequences are completed. There are a total of 12 stitches. Crochet a slip stitch. Round 13 is completed. In round 14, crochet 1 chain stitch first. Then crochet to single crochet and 1 increase stitch as 1 crochet sequence. Repeat this sequence 4 times. 4 sequences will make a total of 16 stitches. In the first sequence, crochet to single crochet first, first single crochet. Remove the stitch marker and mark the first stitch. The second single crochet. 1 increase stitch. The first crochet sequence is completed. From the side view, there are 4 V shapes. Here we crochet 1 sequence as a demonstration. Please crochet the remaining 3 sequences yourself using the same method. 4 sequences are completed. Please count carefully, there are a total of 16 stitches. Crochet a slip stitch. Round 14 is completed. Next we will crochet the first condyle of the bone. In round 15, crochet 1 chain stitch first. Then crochet 8 single crochet, the first one. Remove the stitch marker and mark the first stitch. The second one. The third one. The fourth. The fifth. The sixth. The seventh. The eighth. Eight single crochet are completed. Please count carefully, there are a total of 8 stitches. Crochet a slip stitch. Here, fold the fabric like this. Crochet a slip stitch. Tighten the slip stitch. Round 15 is now completed. In round 16, crochet 1 chain stitch first. Then crochet 8 single crochet. The first one. Remove the stitch marker and mark the first stitch. The second one. The third one. The fourth. The fifth. The sixth. The seventh one. The eighth one. Eight single crochet are completed. Please count carefully, there are a total of 8 stitches. Crochet 1 slip stitch. Round 16 is completed. In round 17, crochet 1 chain stitch first. Then crochet 4 decrease stitches. For the first one, remove the stitch marker first. Mark the first stitch. The second decrease. The third decrease. The fourth decrease. For decrease stitches are completed. Please count carefully, there are a total of 4 stitches. Crochet a slip stitch. Round 17 is done. Leave a 6-inch yarn tail on the side. Break the yarn on, pull the yarn tail out. Take out the sewing needle. Thread the yarn tail onto the sewing needle. Pick up the front loops of the last round to close up. Start from the first stitch. Remove the stitch marker. Second stitch. Third stitch. Fourth stitch. Pull the yarn tail tight to close up. Insert the needle from the middle position. Pull the yarn out from the center of the fabric. Tighten the yarn tail. The condyle of the bone on this side is now completed. Take out the cotton. Stuff the cotton inside the fabric. This is how it looks after being stuffed with the cotton. Next, crochet the second condyle of the bone. We will repeat the stitches of rounds 15 to 17. After completing round 16, stuff the cotton. Now crochet round 15. Insert the crochet hook through the ninth stitch. Take out the yarn and hold the yarn on hand. Wrap the yarn around the crochet hook and pull through. You need to leave a yarn tail here. Then we can start crocheting. Crochet 1 chain stitch for round 15. Then crochet 8 single crochet. For the first one, we need to insert the crochet hook into the ninth stitch. Place the yarn tail on the crochet hook. The first single crochet is finished. Take out the stitch marker. Mark the first stitch. The second one. Place the yarn tail on the crochet hook. The third one. Place the yarn tail on the crochet hook. No need to hide the yarn tail from now on. Here, we crochet for single crochet as a demonstration. Please crochet rounds 15 to 17 in the same way. The second bone condyle is now completed. Leave a 6-inch yarn tail for sewing and then break the yarn. Pull the yarn tail out. Take out the sewing needle. Thread the yarn tail onto the sewing needle. Pick up the front loops of the last round to close up. Start from the position of the first stitch. Remove the stitch marker. The second. The third one. The fourth. Pull the yarn tight to close up. Insert the needle from the middle position. Use the yarn to sew up the opening in the middle. Pull the yarn out from the same position of the yarn tail. Tighten the yarn tail. Tie a knot with the 2 yarn tails. This helps prevent the yarns from loosening. Trim the excess yarn tails. Gently pinch to tuck the yarn end inside the fabric. The bone is now completed. This is the bone in the correct color. Now we begin sewing up all parts. The sewing methods for both French Bulldogs are exactly the same. Please note the gray ear for the gray French Bulldog must align correctly with the face pattern. The black ear of the black French Bulldog should correspond to the position of the face pattern. At the same time, the beige eyebrow is located on the face pattern. Next, we will use the gray dog as a demonstration. Take out the head and body parts. For the next sewing steps, make this side with the slip stitches as the back side. The opposite side will serve as the front side. We need to first stuff the head and body parts with cotton. Take out the cotton. Fluff the cotton before stuffing it into the fabric. Please use the same method to stuff the head and body parts with cotton. This is how the head and body parts look after being stuffed with cotton. The softness level should be about like this. Please avoid overstuffing with cotton. It will avoid enlarging the holes on the fabric and affecting the appearance. Thread the yarn tail from the body onto the sewing needle. Next, sew up the head and body, with stitches corresponding one by one. Start from the spot where there is a slip stitch. Pass the needle through the head. Then pass through the body, with stitches corresponding one by one. Sew them together correspondingly like this. Please sew the body and head together using the same method. After sewing one round, weave the excess yarn inside the fabric several times to hide it. Trim the excess yarn tail. The head and body parts are sewn together. Next, we'll sew the ears. Thread the yarn tail onto the sewing needle. First, align the ear and sew its both sides in this way. We will sew the ears onto both sides of the head, between rounds 4 and 7. Keep left-right symmetry. First, locate rounds 4 to 7 on the head. This is round 1. Round 2. Round 3. And this is round 4. Use a stitch marker to mark it. Round 4. 5. 6. 7. We need to sew the ears along these rounds. Adjust the position slightly. Find the corresponding position on the other side. One stitch away from the facial pattern. Check if it is symmetrical. If not, we can make adjustments. After confirming symmetry, start sewing. Sew the ears to their corresponding positions. The gray ears on the side with the gray face pattern. Make sure the textured side faces outward. Just like this. Sew along the edge of this side. After the sewing is complete, pull the excess yarn through to the back of the fabric and tighten it. One ear is sewn on. Sew the other ear using the same method. After finishing sewing the ear on the other side, pull the excess yarn tail out through the same stitch. Tie a knot with the two yarn tails. Trim the excess yarn tails. Gently pinch to tuck the yarn end inside the fabric. This way both ears are sewn on. Now, start sewing the front legs. You need to stuff a small amount of cotton into the front legs. This is what it looks like after being stuffed with the cotton. We only need to stuff a small amount of cotton in the lower part. The top part does not require stuffing. Then align the fabric and sew up both sides in this way. Next, sew the front leg to the body between rounds 4 and 5, counting from the top. Leave 2 stitches between 2 legs. Count for rounds downward to secure the leg onto the body. First, find rounds for 2-5. Make a mark at the position between these 2 rounds. Leave 2 stitches between the legs. Confirm that it is centered on the fabric. Adjust the position if needed. Take out the front leg. Make sure the raised side of the leg faces outward. Then start sewing. Next, count for rounds down to attach the leg to the body. Insert the needle at this position. Place the leg in the correct position. Insert through the corresponding stitch. Insert from the same position. Pull the needle out from the back of the body. Tighten the yarn. This completes sewing one front leg. Sew the other front leg in the same way. After sewing the other leg, pull the needle out from the same spot at the back. Tie a knot with the 2 yarn tails. Trim the excess yarn tails. Gently pinch to tuck the yarn end inside the fabric. This way, both front legs are sewn on. Now begin sewing the hind legs. Add a small amount of cotton to the hind leg. The upper part remains empty. The cotton is mainly concentrated in the lower part. Then align the fabric and sew up both sides in this way. We need to sew the hind legs onto both sides of the body, between rounds 6 and 9, counting from the bottom up. First, locate round 6 and 9. Make sure to check the position on the other side. Check from the bottom to see if it is symmetrical on both sides. Adjust the position if needed. Place the side of the leg with texture facing up. Sew up the leg. After sewing is complete, fix the leg at the position for stitches forward. This is the exact position. Place the leg in the corresponding position. Pull the excess yarn out from the back of the body. One hind leg is sewn on. Sew the leg on the other side in the same way. After sewing the other leg, pull the needle out through the same stitch. Tie a knot with the 2 yarn tails. Trim the excess yarn tails. Pinch and tuck the yarn end inside the fabric. 2 hind legs are sewn on. Now, let's sew the tail. First, align the fabric and sew up both sides in this way. You need to sew the tail on the back side of the body, between rounds 5 and 6, counting from the bottom. It's exactly at this spot. We need to find the center position on the back side of the body. Then insert the needle at the corresponding spot. Begin sewing. After sewing is complete, weave the excess yarn inside the fabric a few times to hide it. Trim the excess yarn tail. The tail is sewn on. Now, let's sew the muzzle. You need to sew the muzzle onto the front side of the head, between rounds 11 and 14. We find rounds 11 through 14. This is round 11. This is round 14. We need to sew the muzzle between these rounds. Insert the needle at the corresponding position. Place the muzzle in position. Secure the muzzle. Weave the excess yarn several times inside the fabric to hide it. Trim the excess yarn tail. The muzzle is now sewn on. Now let's embroider the nose. Cut 8 inches of black yarn. Thread it onto the sewing needle. We need to embroider the nose between rounds 5 and 7 of the muzzle. Insert the needle from the back. Bring it out at round 7. Embroider an inverted triangle on round 7. Next, fill in this triangle. Pass under all the black yarn strands. Tighten the yarn. Pass through once more from the top position. Pass out from the bottom position. The triangle is now embroidered. Now move to the position at the 5th round. Insert the needle here. Pass out from the same position on the side. Tighten the yarn. The nose is now embroidered. Trim the excess yarn tail. Gently pinch to tuck the yarn end inside the fabric. The nose is now embroidered. Now start embroidering the eyebrows. The eyebrow on the beige area should be embroidered with black yarn. The eyebrow on the other side should be embroidered with beige yarn. Take an 8-inch length of black yarn. Pull out to thinner strands. Each strand is made up of 4 thinner strands. We pull out to strands. Thread the yarn onto the sewing needle. Insert the needle from the back of the fabric. Embroider the eyebrow 1 round above the eye. Leave a yarn tail at the back. Embroider the eyebrow at a slant. Pull the needle out from the same spot at the back. The eyebrow on one side is completed. Tie a knot with the 2 yarn tails. Trim the excess yarn tails. Pinch and tuck the yarn end inside the fabric. Embroider the eyebrow on the other side using the same method. The eyebrows are completed. 1 French Bulldog is completed. Make the other French Bulldog following the same methods. The bone can be placed under the dog's mouth. You can also place it wherever you like. The French Bulldog is now completed.